Hello, fabulous people. How are you all doing? How's life treating you? I hope your week has been more exciting than Prince William's continuous stream of PR blunders. I'm Wizzy, and if you're new to my corner of the internet, welcome to the fabulous world of Isabella Banks YouTube channel. Over here, we dive headfirst into the latest happenings revolving around Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan. So make yourself at home and let's get into the conversation. This week, the royal front has been quieter than a library during nap time, except for the fact that King Charles is away on royal tour in Kenya. I've already covered the controversies he's dealing with in Kenya in a separate video, and you can find the link to that video in the comment section. So, continuing from where we left off in our last video, where we discussed how Prince William's performance as a brother, son, husband, son in law, and a generally useful person to society has been less than stellar, to the point that there were headlines warning him not to try to take over from King Charles too soon. To my mind, that is likely originating from King Charles's camp. Further emphasizing William's struggles was the headline Prince William suffers a major blow as key staff member quits, shedding light on his difficulties in managing his team behind the scenes. In response to these challenges, Prince William retaliated with headlines suggesting that Prince Harry and Meghan will never patch things up with him and Kate. I've said it before and I'll say it again. King Charles is probably tired of this whole mess and wants to save the family's reputation by urging William to make amends. But it's clear that William is resistant, and to add to William's problems, his true nature is now being exposed by the media. Um, what happened to the invisible contract? Something seems to be off. Anyway, before we dive further into this royal circus, a warm welcome to my new subscribers. Your support is like gold to me. After my last video, I saw a significant surge in subscribers and I'm truly grateful. If you're interested in supporting Harry and Meghan and often feel unsure about how to help, one way you can help is by subscribing to Sussex friendly channels like mine. It makes a more significant impact than you might think. Don't forget to like the video and hit the notification bell so you know when next I upload the next video. And those of you who've been with me for a while, you know the drill. Like, share, and let's get down to business. So, whenever William's PR strategies backfires, he tends to play the blame game. Let's dissect this headline. Tension between William and Kate Middleton over sending son George to boarding school. First, to highlight the obvious tension between Kate and William at public appearances, and second, to pin the blame on Kate. William is using Kate as his personal PR bunching bag, much like he used to do with Prince Harry. For his own PR, William conveniently shifts focus to something positive. George joins William in France to cheer on Wales at the Rugby World Cup, having clipped any wings Kate may have been growing by allowing her parents to be publicly humiliated and branding her a clingy mother in the media. William's PR team switched their attention to Meghan with this headline. Kate Middleton steps down from her royal duties as she takes inspiration from Meghan Markle. Hmm? How? Anyway, in the article, Kate was said to be taking a step back from her royal duties to focus on her kids, also hinting that Kate herself had suffered mental health difficulties similar to those Meghan Markle experienced when she was in the UK. I bet Kate thought that driving Meghan away would give her protection from the negative headlines. Seems like Homegirl just realized that she played herself. Then Prince William decided to make headlines of his own with Prince William committed to finding Meghan Markle's missing engagement ring. Seriously, William? You want to be a statesman, environmentalist, mental health advocate, and more, but you're worried about Meghan's engagement ring? Meghan's winning this one without even saying a word. I suspect that this article was written with the medieval psychology of him being heir to the throne and therefore being head of the household, which includes worrying about Meghan's engagement ring. But of course, the backlash to this headline was epic. Someone said, I am so confused. Why is Prince William looking for Meghan's engagement ring? Someone explained to me, if you ask me, who shall I? ask? If you ask me, who should I ask? What followed next was this headline which said William and Kate Middleton accused of not pulling weight but are in difficult spot. Well, for people who were so glad when the Queen died, it's too early to complain now. It is entirely too early. And this is exactly what you wanted, right? You can't drive Harry and Meghan away and then have the audacity to blame Harry and Meghan when you were the ones who drove them away. Did you not think action equals consequence? I mean, look at this rubbish in this article, which said Prince William and Kate are feeling incredibly resentful towards Meghan and Harry for leaving them to pick up the work they dropped when they moved to the States. The extra workload that's been handed to them is huge. It's giving them even more responsibility, but also had a huge impact on their marriage and family life. And at times, it can feel like they are cracking under this relentless pressure. With less time at home together and having to spend more time apart, they feel constantly torn apart in different directions. And they insist that wouldn't be happening if Harry and Meghan hadn't abandoned their royal duties. Well, they drove them away. And there were cracks in their marriage before all the issues with Harry and Meghan began. I mean, you only have to look at the age of Rose Hanbury's youngest daughter, right? Of course, William was shredded to pieces following that headline. And then he allowed this gem of a headline to be written about him. Harry wants to rent a place at the Kensington Palace, but William might be against it because he'll be in residence. Like, what? Who is writing these ridiculous headlines? And why is William allowing it? Then, on second thoughts, if I'm correct, as the older son and heir to the throne, William has been told that he is in charge of all things, which includes petty things like worrying about where his brother's wife's engagement ring is and where his brother can live. You only have to look at the situation between King Charles and Andrew to see that this might actually be the case. Otherwise, what does King Charles have to do with where Andrew lives and his allowance? Anyway, turning our attention back to William, it seems like he's been indoctrinated into that medieval mindset. But let's be real, this only makes him seem like an out of touch spoiled child. William is clearly being pressured to make amends with Prince Harry, but he's putting up resistance. Instead, he has offered up Beatrice and Eugenie as possible alternatives to help with royal duties. No offense to these lovely ladies, but they don't strike me as having the star power to rekindle interest in the royal family. William knows this already, but I think he also sees this as an advantage because they won't outshine him. But he's missing the point. Snubbing his brother only weakens his own position. And then, dun dun dun, the Byline Times investigation dropped, exposing William's involvement in press briefings against Meghan and Harry. Three, one, two, three of his aides are accused of dishing out the royalty to the media. And this led to a massive public backlash. It was like a backlash of backlashes. As someone said, now it makes sense why Prince William, aka Camilla's son, because of course he's too evil to be Diana's son, refused to eat for a week and was terrified before Harry's memoir was released. Of course, the Twitter streets were ablaze with commentary. It was so abundant that it made me dizzy. However, one tweet caught my eye, and it was the tweet which said, I just saw a picture of Rose Hanbury's youngest daughter. My mouth fell open because she looks exactly like Princess Charlotte. And I thought, no. Now it's clear that Prince William didn't see this coming, especially after his little trolling escapades during the mental health event. He must have thought that he had it all locked down and decided to take a break with the kids during the midterms. But when the Byline Times bombshell hit, it was like someone shouted, Fire! In the Royal Theatre. So, what did his team do? They quickly drafted A promotional piece about the Earthshot Prize boasting Prince William announces an exhilarating Earthshot Prize lineup as the family break comes to an end. But guys, let's face it, how exhilarating can environmental initiatives be? Especially when you've already spilled the beans on who the winners are going to be before the show even begins. Classic William, ineptitude at its finest. And as if the Byline Times allegations weren't enough, rumors resurfaced about the family's efforts to keep one particular affair hush hush. One headline even dared to say multiple tabloids are claiming Prince William and Rose Hanbury's affair is far from over. That means they are admitting there was an affair in the first place, but okay, never mind. Yes, Rose is supposed to be married, but hey, in the world of royalty, stranger things have happened. You all guys remember Penny Nashbull? If you know, you know. One tweet that particularly caught my eye was, "My God, I can't wait until the papers can talk about Prince William freely." One can only imagine the crisis meetings happening in Prince William's war room. I imagine him clutching his hairless head in despair. His advisors must have advised him to keep calm and carry on while they try to figure out a way to bring down Byline Times and Prince Harry and Meghan. Because the next headline produced for our viewing pleasure was this mess. Prince William and Kate Middleton are reportedly in stealth mode to radically transform the monarchy right under King Charles's nose. Like what? Well, if nothing else, that certainly tells us what William is thinking, and it seems the path to the throne is getting shorter by the day. Anyway, in an attempt to counter the negative narratives, William's team decided to do a PR spin towards American contributors. They tried to hype up Prince William's S-Shot initiative as game changing with endorsements from Hollywood A-listers. But guys, let's be real. The only game changer we need is one that can make Prince William's PR strategy remotely competent. In line with his current PR drive to push back against the Byline Times allegations, Candace Owens, known for her negative reporting on Harry and Meghan, and whose YouTube channel has been suspended, by the way, due to continuous hate speech infringement, was recruited as a voice for GB News to speak up against Harry and Meghan. With this headline, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry told, "Move to Canada" by Candace Owen. We shouldn't have to put up with this. Next, the media's pushback against Harry and Meghan and the Byline Times allegations continued, with the Mirror publishing an article that speculated about Harry and Meghan dreading a tell-all book from Harry and Meghan. I say bring it on. Meghan has already said she has receipts, so bring it. And if Meghan were to write a book, there are allegations or rumors that she's writing a book. If she were going to write the book, she should please fill in the details that had been left out of Prince Harry's book, Spare. Please. Now, when it comes to Prince William using others to deflect negative attention away from himself, Kate Middleton seems to be his willing mouthpiece. I mean, she has to be if she wants to keep on the royal benefits that she has so far. Keep on buying those tacky wigs that she uses and have hope that maybe William might step in one day to resolve the family financial crisis that her own family is currently going through. Then she has to allow herself to be used by William. Even if it feels like she's carrying the weight of the monarchy on her shoulders. That's what she signed up for. That's what her mom pushed her into. So, yeah. And speaking of random thoughts, a thought just occurred to me, right? There seems to be gay rumors swirling around Charles, Edward, and now William. Who's next? It seems like the royal LGBTQ plus club is well and thriving, which is not a bad thing, but I don't understand the reason why they're not honest about it. But before we sign off, let's give credit where credit is due. right? So my eye was caught by this headline. Princess Leonor of Spain stepped into the spotlight for a historic swearing in ceremony on her 18th birthday, complete with military training. It's quite the contrast to the British royal family, where the heirs seem to lack structured training. Given Prince William's continuous displays of ineptitude, perhaps a How to Be a Competent Heir 101 course is in order. Sadly, it might be too late for William, and we're stuck with the fact that he will be ascending the throne with all his royal mishaps and blunders. Yay! Long live the entertaining monarchy. I am not a prophet, but I foresee William digging himself further and further into this hole. In fact, digging himself so deep that he's going to destroy himself in the process. By the time he realizes that he cannot win this war, it's going to be too late, and he may not be able to be king either. In which case, Prince Harry will have to be king instead. Wow, I just shocked myself with this train of thought. But it seemed to me that this is where all of this is going. So, guys, strap your seatbelts on because it's going to be a long ride. And I suspect that William knows this. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, guys, it's a wrap for me. In my next video, I'll be discussing the review of Miss Han Harriman's short film, The After. If you haven't watched it already, please do so, and we can delve into the finer points of the film together. Let me know in the comments how many of you have seen it, and I expect my review video to be out on Friday. Until then, stay focused, keep thriving, and keep shining. Bye!